outside one of their employers' Vancouver dispatch centers. Their union says they're fighting for long-term labor stability needed in the industry. They're among more than 7,000 workers who load and unload cargo at more than 30 BC ports. The union has highlighted three main concerns at the bargaining table: automation, contracting out, and cost of living wage increases. The bottlenecks at terminals and warehouses are growing. Ports are clogging up with cargo stuck on shore. Businesses are scrambling to find alternatives.
We have small and medium-sized retailers who have containers that are stuck behind picket lines at container terminals who want the contents of those containers to sell to customers in their stores.
Greg Wilson with the Retail Council of Canada says if the strike continues for a few weeks, there could be layoffs in other parts of the supply chain, including distribution centers and transport companies.
All consumers bear those costs.
The Vancouver Fraser Port Authority says one of every $3 of Canada's trade in goods outside of North America moves through the Port of Vancouver. So any disruption to port operations has a significant impact globally and on Canadians.
This is going to hit affordability for Canadians and Canadian businesses immediately. So we need to see this taken seriously, and we'd like to see the government recall Parliament and start working on back-to-work legislation.
There were similar impasses on the U.S. West Coast earlier this month. President Joe Biden and the new acting U.S. Secretary of Labor stepped in to help broker a 6-year contract.
This deal shows collective bargaining works.
Negotiations hit an impasse overnight, and by Tuesday morning, the BC Maritime Employers Association said talks had paused, calling on the union to put forward what it calls a reasonable proposal to reach a fair and balanced deal. Federal Labor Minister Seamus O'Regan's office said they were, quote, pleasantly surprised to see the employer didn't directly ask for back-to-work legislation, and encourages both sides to remain at the bargaining table until they come to an agreement. But the longer this drags on, the more pressure Ottawa faces from business groups to step in and help ensure a deal is reached. Jeff?